Nope,
I
we're
tell
good.
you.
We're good.
Okay. First of all, welcome to Weekend Eats. Okay. Flavor House's Weekend Eats, who at this point, as I told you guys, my computer for some reason has been blocked and I can't use it. So I'm using the kids' computer. Well, the kids have 150,000 different electronics, which one of them is a tablet. Well, the little bugger had the tablet connected, so it was running through his tablet in his room. We had to figure that out. Hey, go figure. I don't know anything about this stuff. I'm still learning. Bear with me. Thank you. Anyway, let me have a little seat here. And how is everybody? Because, yeah. Oh my gosh. Let me push this back. All right. So I'm just going to get right into it since we've had all of these technical difficulties and time wasting. This show today is going to be a good one because I'm thinking about, well, where I've been, where I am actually the whole week. It's been like I said, 300 degrees a day. No, it's been about 100 degrees every single day. So the funny thing is my husband has everything in my house hooked to one of his gadgets, his phone or something like that. So when he goes to work, I work from home, it thinks no one's here. So I've been sitting here in a sweatshop. It's been miserable. So this is the first day that it really is cool because he finally figured it out that he's taking everything with him like as if we're invisible. Anywho, speaking of hot, I'm thinking summer things. Next week is going to be 4th of July. And if you're looking for some things other than just your barbecue food, I thought about some nice chicken salad. Okay, but just not any chicken salad. You know, I got to step it up a bit all the time and make it just perfect for us and the Casey way. So we're going to be doing a gourmet chicken salad, which is really, really delicious. And I can't wait to show it to you. And I have an announcement. I am going to be in even the peanut gallery, and beautiful assistant don't know this. I just decided this. It's going to be a new show called Coffee Vibes. Okay, that's going to be coming soon on the Flavor House Network. Now, you know, it was born through, you know, our little coffee thing we have here, and it's actually beautiful assistant's fault. Okay, because she said, you found 1,005,6,722,302 things about coffee. We could really do something with that. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a whole show that is donated, and it's not just for coffee drinkers, it's just for kind of getting together, vibing, talking about different things. We're going to find out everything there is and more about coffee, of course, different places, see different scenes. It's going to be real cool. So I'll let you know when it's ready. Like I said, you got to keep your notifications on so you can keep up with me. I'm constantly coming up with these things. I don't know. I may have a second channel. You never know. They're looking at me like, oh gosh. You know, it's like, can you come up with anything else that we have to be involved in? Yeah, I know. See, yeah, you should see the looks I'm getting. This is why I didn't tell them anything. All right. And we're going to be doing some budget friendly 4th of July decorations. And what made me come up with that thought, I was in, what is this, Dollar Tree last year. And I think it was around this time, and I saw all of these cute little 4th of July little things you could put, you know, decorate your table with and all kinds of stuff. So I started looking things up, and they actually did talk about Dollar Tree in my research and some other things that you can make at home, repurpose some stuff to kind of liven up your 4th of July barbecue, whether it's inside or outside. You know, hey, it's not just about food, it's about the ambiance, you know? And of course, we're going to talk a little about, you know, our home cooking story time. I may give you some 4th of July stories. I got a lot of them too. See, 4th of July in my family's house when I was a kid, we went down south. Down south for us was Birmingham, Alabama. And that was the week that you went down, 4th of July. I can't even explain to you. It was a cornucopia of barbecue pits and barbecue smells and barbecue, barbecue, barbecue. And when you come from New York City and you're in Brooklyn and you live in a high rise, you ain't getting no barbecue. Not like that. You better find a barbecue, a little hole in the wall somewhere, store that somebody's barbecuing, but you don't get it yourself. So it's a big thing. Anywho, what I want to do now is, of course, I have to drink some coffee. Y'all drink some coffee. How is everybody in here? I really appreciate you guys hanging tough with me. You know, hey, it's a process. I am but a poor child here. I don't have the fancy things. I just try to figure it out so I can come here to you. One day, though, I'll have the big bucks, and I will have great things to do my media with. Hint, 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 hint. Anyway, hey there, Jerome. How are you doing? And my sister. And I see, Jerome, you got a whole lot. You said, you know.
Jerome said, did you use curlers last night?
No, I actually stuck my finger in a socket, and this is what happened.
Hey, you can't argue with the result.
Hey, that's what happened. This is what happened. No, actually, the other day when it was lightning and thundering, I just stuck my head out the window as I was driving, and it just kind of did this thing. I used some sponge rollers. Yes, I did. I decided to switch it up because you know what? Hey, that's what I do. You never know. I may come back here and I'll have, I don't know, a Caesar or something, you know, and we can just shine it and I don't have to worry about all this. Because, honey, this is not fun. This is work. And that's why I work from home. So I can wear a bonnet every day and no one can see me. Oh, I'm in too much information. Okay. Can we see what the ingredients are? Oh my goodness. You do that though. We need to do a behind the scenes of a live. And man, put it this way. You would have seen all those different, what is those little signs that when people are saying bad words? Yeah. Like in the cartoons. Yeah. Because I was not happy with this situation here. Yeah. I keep telling y'all, it's almost like I fiend to see you. Okay. And if I can't see you, I go into depression. Y'all don't want that, do you? Okay, let me drink. This is very good. This is nice and hot. Okay, so we're going to do this chicken. I decided to get some chicken breasts. They weren't that expensive. These chicken breasts were, because how many pounds you think that was?
Probably about 2.5 pounds. They were big.
Okay. So, beautiful assistant says they were big, giant chicken breasts. So it's about 2.5, 3 pounds. Okay, but it was 3 of them, but they were huge. I mean, like, you kind of gotta wonder, where did this chicken come from? Anyway, not gonna put those thoughts in your head. So we got these chicken breasts here, and we cut them up into chunks. Okay, and we may do something other than, because originally when I made the first batch, when I tried this recipe, I did it in chunks and it was good. Okay, however, I may shred this after I cook it, but the bottom line is I'm going to season it up and we're going to poach this chicken. Easy peasy. That's the biggest part. Or if you have some leftover like rotisserie chicken, or you bake some chicken or something like that, perfect too. So great meal for leftovers. However, unfortunately in this house, ain't nothing never left over. So I have to go get some. But this cost, I think it was like, what, about $12. And I mean, it was worth it. Yeah, this is a lot of chicken. Okay, chicken breasts. You know, chicken breasts are expensive. Everything's expensive. And I know you like guys are like, oh gosh, you're gonna chicken us to death. Well, listen, everything else is so expensive. Like I said, it'll look like chicken, but I'll tell y'all it's steak. How about that?
What is that? With the Barry Hill music in the background?
Huh?
The Benny Hill music.
Benny Hill. Oh, okay.
Okay, you know what?
Costco? No, not Costco.
No, not Costco. No, because it would have cost me more money at Costco's. Because see, like I said, I don't usually, if you notice, I cook a lot of chicken thighs. I used to do a lot of chicken breasts, but I've kind of reverted over because the chicken thighs they tend to be a little more juicier. Okay, this is the story. What's the name of that place we used to get our chicken breasts from?
Swans.
Okay, it was a truck that used to come by here when COVID started. It's called Swans. they had the most fabulous chicken breasts. They were like they were packaged individually. I'm telling you, I don't know what they did to those things. They were the most succulent and moist and tender, and you just got hooked to them. And you got like, it was like $20, and you got like, they were less than $1 a chicken, a breast. They were real chicken breasts, not them little fakey things or whatever. Really delicious. Well, we stayed with Swans up until last year? Mm-hmm. Last year, and then they told us that they were going out of business. So for us, that meant no more chicken breasts, because nothing compares to the chicken that we had at Swans. So I kind of had to move away from there. But I have a hack for chicken breast. I can make any chicken breast succulent, but that was just so simple because it was portioned. You knew exactly what the weight was. It was perfect. And so you get used to stuff. And so I just kind of gravitated to the thought. Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to take my allergy pill. I just took it a few minutes ago, so it got to kick in. So bear with me. I had to sneeze. But anyway, so that's why I haven't really done a whole lot of chicken breast, because the thighs work just as good. But for chicken salad, I like to use chicken breast. You can use other pieces of the chicken. It's just up to you and what you want to look like. I want to look a certain way because I'm visual. So we got 2.5 to 3 pounds of the chicken. I have, and I'm gonna take this out. And the reason why I'm taking this out is because I'm using white onion. We had so many white onions in there, I had to use them. I usually use red onion, but I have been using white onion. So I want to make sure that you guys can see, because it kind of disappears on the camera. I was looking at one of my shows and I had some white onion. I'm like, where is it? Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it over here so you see I do have some white onion. So we have a half a white onion chopped up, and it's chopped pretty coarsely because we want to have the texture. This time we want to have the texture. This is for the grown folks. For anybody that don't want texture, they can eat pizza. Okay, how about that? But anyway, so we have this, and then we have some nice red bell pepper that we have nicely diced. Oh, good job with the dicing. Perfectly diced. Love that. It's all about, I'm telling you, you got to have things with uniformity. So we have that. Get that back in the bag. Okay. I usually get, and I know you guys saw, I think it was last week I had chives. Let me put this back. I had chives. And so they came in a little package. Well, they didn't have any, so I had to get the really, really fresh ones. So I have some chives here because I'm going to be using that. So some nice chives. And I'm going to be using my squeezable garlic, which is my fave. And I will be using the herbettes. Okay, so we can put some right. She moving some stuff. Okay, so we have the herbettes. For anyone who's watching who doesn't know who the herbettes are, this is my herb singing group that lasts for 4 weeks, and it is literally fresh herbs. They say it's kind of freeze dry, but I'm not feeling any of that because I'm telling you, when you open it, the fragrance comes out and it goes, oh, and it really, 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 it has turned me into an herbivore. Herbivore?
An herbivore?
No, because see, now I know what that is. No, a herbivore my food. Okay, that's it's an herbivore my food. Okay, so I have here some chopped cilantro. I have my. Okay, is this the messed up one? Okay, here she did.
It's cilantro disguising basil.
Okay, so it really is basil. So they put it in the wrong container. So ignore that, y'all. This is basil. Okay, this is chopped Italian herbs, which has a combination of basil and thyme and all those Italian herbs, like how you would get in the shaker, but it's in here fresh. Love, love, love it. And then I have some chopped parsley. Believe it or not, parsley does have a flavor. They have different types of parsley too. Parsley's pretty, but parsley has a purpose. And so we're going to be using that. So I have that. Okay, I'm not going to even go into my feeling about this mayo. But just say, we got some good old Hellmann's. You use what you want. Okay, but I'm telling you, this is the best stuff. Okay, did you hear me? This is the best stuff. Yes. So we got some Hellmann's mayo. I have black pepper. And of course, I have my Casey's blessing. all-purpose seasoning, because this has no salt. This has all the flavor. You can go to your local grocery store, or if you have it in your cabinet or pantry, whatever all-purpose seasoning you want to use. I would suggest some Lowry seasoning salt, the low sodium one.
Oh,
that's what I would
get
get.
it. You don't yet.
You know what, Jerome? Let me tell you, Jerome has been saving up his heckle. You notice you haven't seen Jerome inside in the chat for a while. He's been resting up. He's in rare form today. You know, I know where you live, Jerome. I just okay.
Know that.
Okay, know this. Okay. I'm just saying, yes, come by and, sprinkle some fairy dust. Anyway, so then I have this low sodium chicken broth. I'm going to use this to poach the meat. I'm not going to do a whole lot of seasoning to this meat. I don't want the meat to get browned. I want the meat to get done, because it's going to get all the flavor when I get to mixing all my magic. Oh, yeah. And I also have, do we have our pita chips? Because we need to cut those up.
Oh, yeah. Bread.
Okay.
Bread.
Yeah, the bread. We're going to make some fresh herb pita chips to go with it, because we're going to do it on a salad. However, there are several ways. Oh, well, this wasn't the advertisement. This is the side thing, but she just showed me. I was just asking her, did she cut them?
Oh.
We're going to cut them up in triangles, and we're going to get some herb butter on it and make them all good and crisp them up so you can have them on the side, because we're having it on some wonderful salad greens. That's one way to do it. Then you can make little sliders. You can make sandwiches. You can put a nice Kaiser roll, a hero bread, whatever you want, or just regular bread. Or like me, I'll just eat it without anything. But it's so many different ways that you can do this. The only thing I would say is, if you make it in advance, it's going to last you a good week in the fridge. Don't freeze it, because when you freeze stuff with mayo in it, it starts separating, because mayo is whipped up eggs and oil and stuff, so it won't work well. So just make enough, put it in the fridge, or if you're having a barbecue or something for 4th of July, make it up. It's a good precursor. You can then take this, also stick it in some pasta, make a nice little pot. There's a lot of things you can do with this. Trust and believe. So I want to get started, and gotta get rid of this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, and I do need some cooking spray, and because my pan, but you know what? I have one. She already sprayed it, but I do need a little bit of olive oil. I found another 12-inch pan, like my favorite. Okay. I'm not going to say it too loud, because she may get angry, because she is on her last leg, but I haven't put her out to pasture yet. So when the new one comes, we'll see how it works. Okay. Because this one's been doing its duty. And then I'll have another one, you'll never be replaced. Trust me. Okay. I'll put you in the Hall of Fame of pepper pans. I'm going to get my coffee back over here, because Jerome is here today, so he's going to be clocking whether or not I drink this coffee. Okay. Everybody else have their mind on what I'm cooking. Only him. The curlers in my hair and my coffee. Okay. What can I tell you? Okay, no, Jerome just likes to pick at me. That's all. He just see y'all letting him pick at me. Y'all got to do something about that. Okay, get him together. All right, so let me get my table in position. Well, we bought the rollers last week. I said I want to put rollers on the table.
Jerome was asking about the herbs. Where'd you get it?
Where I get I got mine at Food Line, but they have them at a lot. You're not going to get it at a Costco's, because Costco's or BJ's sell in big giant bulk. So I don't know if they will sell like a bulk of those. Usually, but I got mine from Food Line. They have them at Giant. They have them at Safeway. They have them at, the regular grocery stores. They may even have them at Walmart, that Walmart superstore. Okay. But they do have them. And let me tell you what the name of them is, because I keep flashing them in your face. If you don't find that exact name, they're very popular, I'm going to tell you what the name is. Okay. So I keep calling them my herbettes, but the name of the company is Gourmet Garden. That is, let me see if you can see it. Gourmet Garden. It is perfect. And the reason why I started using it, because my sister and myself, we always commented, oh, I forgot, guys, my dried celery flakes. Normally people will put, pieces of celery in it. I prefer to do my flakes. So yeah, that's going to be in mine. My sister and I were talking about how we would buy celery, or we would buy, different herbs, fresh things, and they would be almost on their last leg when you get it, because you don't know how long they had to sit up in that store. And then you get it home, and if you don't use it all, it goes bad. Now you're spending this money and you keep having to buy the same thing. So for this is perfect because it's preserved just enough not to go bad. It will last 4 weeks. It says it on here. It's so small. It's on the bottom. Up to 4 weeks. See, I can't hold. I gotta learn how to hold this thing. Up to. Okay, take my word for it. It says up to 4 weeks on the bottom, but it never lasts that long in this house. Let me tell you something. I got some more of these little things. They everywhere. I can literally open the store, but they're so handy. They really got me into using more fresh herbs instead of dried. So I suggest if you can get it, it's a good deal. It really is. Okay, so let me get this over here. And you know what? I was complaining about how hot it was, but I'm cold. So I'm gonna have to do something about that, y'all. Just a second. See, he's probably trying to freeze me out for fussing at him for taking the AC. I know. See, unfortunately, the grill master won't be here today. We sent him on a journey. No, he had to work. And he is mad because he loves chicken salad. He's like, the day I'm not here, you decide to cook chicken. I said, don't worry, honey. I'll save you something. Not a problem. So you won't get his crazy reaction, but we'll be crazy enough for him. How about that? Anywho, hopefully he'll be back by tonight's show. Tonight's show is going to be, I'll tell you about that later. Let me drink this. Okay, so we're going to start moving our computer. Let's get this over here, because I want to get my stuff close so y'all can see. Now, I was saying last week we were going to get rollers for this, and we did order it. Of course, rollers come, they're too big. So we have to order some more, the next size down. So hopefully by next week, if we can get the computer on, and we'll have the rollers on the doggone thing, and you won't be hearing it. But this is what I'm going to do, because I don't want to hear that noise.
I lift it when I turn.
Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to lift it and turn. Okay, you want me to go that way?
Yeah,
okay. So
which way you going?
This way. Which way did it go, George? Which way did it go? Okay, right there. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna get our computer over here because I want y'all to get all up in the skillet. I am gonna take my chicken and I am gonna lightly. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna even do that. I just totally fit.
Wait. Are you doing the stiletto or?
Yeah, we're gonna do the high heel. So
okay.
Yes. So yeah. So let me get that.
Thank you.
Okay, over here.
And I'm gonna slide this on down.
Okay.
So y'all going on a trip?
Get my coffee.
It's fine. I put the cord where I needed it to be. You're going on a trip, guys. Woo! All right.
Riding in your car. My car. You turn on the radio. Y'all remember that? No. Do you remember that song? Do you remember? I need to raise this up some more.
Oh, you need another.
Yes, I need another one of the high heels. Yes, I need stilts, not stilettos. I need stilts. Okay, so let me get over here. I said that I was going to season up the meat, but I'm not going to do that. And you know why? Because I'm going to season up the broth that is going to poach the meat. How about that? So while no, for now I'm just doing this, and you can be on the other side cutting up those pita bread so we can get we need some butter. We need a stick of butter. Okay. So we can get that together for our herb stuff. Okay, so I'm going to get my chicken. And let me get my jewelry off because we're dealing salmonella. Matter of fact, I'm going to do something I never do. I'm putting some gloves on. Okay, how about that? Can you pass me those nice little gloves over there? 2 of them.
Black or blue?
The black one. I'm gonna put some gloves on, cause
How many of these you want me to cut?
okay, it depends on how many you can get out of there. She's asking me how many. I'm trying to figure out because each one of these little pita breads are different sizes. So I'm trying to think because if I'm doing,
Ooh, and that kind of.
yeah. So you're gonna go probably in 4, so maybe 3.
Okay.
Maybe 3.
And cut them in 4, she said.
Yeah, because you want them in triangles. You know, we're trying to make them all cute. So
No,
yeah.
I mean, they could still be in triangles, but not 4s. They could be in like.
Well, however, okay, I'm gonna leave that up to you. That's gonna be your masterpiece. We'll get the butter out.
I did.
Okay. My husband came home. He was so proud of himself, right? He said, "Ooh, I bought you some of these, so you can be like everybody else." So of course I have to use them because he brought them here. You know, trying to be thoughtful. So I'm putting them on my hands. Okay. For the chicken. Yes. Because normally, you know, I get the chicken and I'll be over there washing. So we're gonna see how I can deal with this. I have to feel stuff. I really do.
Good? Like this?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
You know, I have to feel stuff. I'm sorry, that's just me. Okay, so let me get my chicken. I need a paper plate if you don't mind. I'm gonna take this off. I need my chicken broth. Okay, no, beautiful sister thinks I'm talking to her. No, I'm kind of talking to myself. Okay, that's you know, when you're 26, you do that sometimes. And you know what? Let me tell you, I am the best conversationalist. I really am. So I'm gonna put this in here and on this plate, so I can just kind of dump it in. Okay. Get that over here out of the way. And I am going to get my seasonings that I want to do my chicken broth in. And I do need a little bit of butter.
You need more?
I think I'm going to do that. And I'm going to put a little pat of butter in. I just wanted to season it a little bit. And I may take a little bit of salt because this is really, the sodium level in this is like real low. So I think I'm going to do that. But I want to season this. Yeah. Very nicely. And you know what else I'm going to do, which I hadn't done before? I think that I am going to try something. Just work with me. Hold on for a second. I'm going to try a different spice in the water because it's going to give it a different flavor. So, okay, one moment. Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, spice. Which one? Oh, I definitely got to have this. I definitely need this. I forgot all about that. I forgot all about these lovely things I got up in here. Okay, I need some onion powder. Okay, no, I'm not going to do the curry. I know you're looking at that, but you know what? What I am going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of this turmeric and put it in the water. Yes, I am. Because it's going to step it up. Now, you don't have to do that. That's on you. And I'm going to put some of my celery flakes in the water, too.
Okay,
so,
leave this here.
In the broth, not the water. But you know what? You can actually poach this in water.
Can we leave this here?
No, because you gonna do that. What am I doing? Okay, you're gonna get that butter ready because we're gonna herb it up, and then we're gonna put that on there, and we're gonna toast them.
I should have probably put the butter on before I cut them.
No, this is fine.
Okay, so we'll talk about
That's
this.
fine. Okay, listen, that's not the star of the show. Stop.
No, it's
Stop making me. Okay, so guys, I got my lovely Sazon here. Okay, that I put in a bottle because I told you it comes in packets. It's sodium free, so I'm gonna use some of that. I have some onion powder. I have a little cayenne pepper, and that's my preference because we like things a little spicy up in here. You don't have to use that. I have my garlic. I have my black pepper. And of course, the Casey's blessing. So let me turn this on high, get this heat started. And of course, I did it the opposite way. So, okay, I'm gonna put that on high, and let me get my handy dandy. I guess I won't, because my wooden spatula is where? In the dishwasher, right?
No, it isn't. So it should be over there. Which one you want? The wooden spatula?
The spatula. Yeah.
The spatula. No, it's not.
I have the regular spatula over here. Well, I'll just use the wooden spoon. Okay. I'll use the wooden spoon, and I guess the spatula will turn up.
It will.
It will turn up
When you don't
one day. Okay. In the famous words of someday we'll be together. Yes. I need it now though. So I'm gonna heat this up. I'm gonna take 3 tablespoons of this oil, and let me go this way because you probably see this is heating up already. That's why I like this pot. It's hot already. It's smoking. Let me move it off so I can show you. Okay, so maybe I need to move you a little closer because it doesn't look like you are close enough. What do you think?
So the funny thing is, it was in here.
Okay, well. Well, put it on to the side. Let me get it back over here, y'all. Okay, so. All right, so you guys see the pan, right? So I'm going to do 3 tablespoons. You can measure it out. I'm eyeballing it. So that's 1. That's 2. And that there is 3. I say that's 3. I dare you to challenge me. Okay. Anyway, you can you can measure if you like. Okay. I don't have those dynamics in my life. I don't have measurements. Jerome, what are you saying? No kidding. Ooh, do you know a song that okay, let me get this on, then I'll tell y'all. But see, I'll burnt this stuff up. So now I'm gonna get this in here, and it's hot enough. I feel the heat. So I'm just gonna put it in here, and I'm gonna saute it just a little bit, but not a lot. Okay, so get all that in there, just like that. And it's not really sizzling too high, and which is great because I just want to kind of warm it a little before I get my stock on there. Just give it a little bit of brownish, just a little bit. So I'm not going to do a high heat because I don't want it to get crispy. That's not the objective for me today. So I guess I can take it up to 7, so it'll speed up the process. But anyway, like I was saying, you just said the Supremes. Okay, they had a lot of songs, and they were cute, and I liked them, and I think I turned my fire off, and yes, I did. See, that's the bad thing about this kind of stove. It's so sensitive. If you even brush by it, it changes. Okay, so I'll put it back on high. Let me take it down. I'm going to put it on, because I need this to do what it needs to do. So anyway, let me push this back because when I brushed up against it, it went off. If you clean it, it goes off. If you move the pan, it does what? Go off. So back to what I was saying about the Supremes. So the Supremes, I like a lot of their songs, but it's one song that I really, really, really liked. And I don't know if Diana Ross was with the Supremes at that time or not. You said you can't do what? You can't see was what? Using a what? He said what?
I can see was not using a hot iron.
What are you talking about, Jerome? Are you still talking about hair?
I think so. Maybe you like a flat iron.
No, I didn't use a flat iron. Okay, no. Mind your business. Anyway, you're distracting me. Okay, I'm talking about the Supremes. So I liked a lot of songs, but I don't know if she was with the Supremes when she I think she was. Anyway, the song. Okay. I started my life in an old, cold, run-down tenement slum. My something, my father left, he never even married mom. Something. And love child, never meant to be. Love child. I love that song. Born in poverty. Love child. Always second best. Love child. Different from the rest. Y'all remember that song? I know the little ones don't, but I really like that song. And also, was she with them? No, she wasn't with them when she made Touch Me in the Morning, was she? I can't remember. But she's been around so long. I know Touch Me in the Morning came out when I was a little kid. So as you can see, as your chicken, when your chicken starts to get done, or when your chicken is all the way done, when it first goes in, I'm just gonna pull a piece out. You see how it's nude looking. Do you see around the back how it's starting to opaque? This is how you know that your chicken is getting cooked. Now, I want it to be opaque. I want it to be opaque all the way around, so I'm not going to let it sit on one side. I don't want it to be browned. I just want it to be opaque. Now, I could have just poured the chicken stock over it and boiled it to opaqueness, but what I'm trying to avoid is this being dry. So by making it pretty much opaque already and then putting my chicken stock in and letting it cook the rest of the way is going to keep some of that moistness in it. Also, my magic bullet, Adolph's meat tenderizer. We put the 8-ounce meat tenderizer on this chicken last night or before this morning, because like 1 o'clock in the morning, something like that. And we put it in the freezer bag after we cut it up, just a little, not a lot, and it helps break down the fibers. It also helps seal in the moistness of chicken breast so you don't have that dryness. I'm telling you, people need to understand the magic of Adolph's. You don't have to get the one that's high sodium. It's not any MSG in it like people think. It's made out of natural products. It really is. You just read the label, and I don't subscribe to all meat tenderizers because I'm gonna tell you, I've tried other brands and they just don't do it. My mother had this stuff when I was a kid. I've been using this for years, but not to the extent I learned how to use it in different ways. So I also understood that basically it's just a dry brine. It really is just a quick, fast brine. And any kind, you could do the worst piece of steak. Put that 8-ounce meat tenderizer on and let it sit there. You got a real bad piece of steak, let it sit overnight. It'll be butter. So I'm just saying, and it goes well. But the only thing I don't put it on is fish because you really don't need to. But with chicken breast, I do it because it holds the moisture. So I'm just moving this stuff around, and all of them are almost opaque and ready for me to put the chicken broth in. But back to what I was saying, Touch Me in the Morning is another one that I really liked. If you guys remember that one by Diana Ross. I don't know if the Supremes were with her then, because like I said, I know I was a girl when the song came out. So I don't really know what year they broke up or whatever. Because I remember listening to those songs, but then again, I had a teenage sister. So of course I'm going to hear those songs, too. But I like that song, but I really did like Love Child. I thought it was a really cool song. And then I liked her when she was on her own. And I don't know, I may have been the 80s or the late 70s when she did Love Hangover and I'm Coming Out. I like that music that she had. And that was that. I wasn't ever like, over the top big Diana Ross fan. But I did like some of her music. And I did like the song that she sang when Marvin Gaye died. That song I like. Missing You, I think that's what it was. Okay, so my chicken, I just got to flip it one more. And like I said, I'm just kind of stirring it around. I don't want it to sit. And as I'm stirring it around, because I have it like this, it's not too high. Some of the juices are emitting out of it, so it's keeping it from browning, which is great because I don't want it to be brown. Okay, so I think it's pretty much like I need it to be. What that took maybe 4 minutes? Maybe about 4 minutes of constant stirring. And I'm not even stirring, just kind of moving it around so it doesn't sit in one place. So now I can take it, and it's not going to take long for this stuff to cook. But chicken breast takes, and then when you cut it up, it takes no time. So let me stick this over here, and I'm going to move this. I'm going to try to bring this over here so y'all can see. Okay, so you see what it looks like? You see everything is opaque now. We want it just like that. Let me hurry up and get it back on the stove so the stove doesn't go off, because the moment you take off the skillet, the stove goes bye-bye. Also, I need something to wipe my stove off. So where are all of my microfiber cloths? Okay, for now I'll use this. Okay, Thank you. I'll keep that to the side because I like to keep this wiped off. Okay, so now I'm going to turn this down some so I can get the chicken broth. First, I'm going to check my refrigerator to see if I have any because I usually have a little in here and I open it up.
Jerome left a couple messages. The song Love Child by Diana Ross and the Supremes was recorded September 1968.
Okay. See, I told you I was a little girl.
And Missing You song by Diana Ross was 1984.
Okay. See, I was kind of right. See? Okay. But you forgot about Touch Me in the Morning, so look that one up. Okay, I'm taking these gloves off my hands so I can open up this because it's I don't have any open, which is rare because usually I have chicken broth always in the refrigerator. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I am going to cover this meat because I am poaching this. So this right here, let me see how many cups is in this thing. Per cup. So this, I think this is probably about 3 cups. I'm not going to use all of it. I'm just going to cover my chicken. So I'd say maybe 2.5 cups for this big pan here. So it's going to vary. Just know that you want to cover the chicken. And the reason why I'm submerging the chicken, because why? Because I'm poaching it. Almost like a boil. I'm trying to do this really quick. And I do want enough of this fluid on it so I can season it up. So I'm going to take, oh, you already softened that butter. I'm going to get some more butter because I need a little piece. Just for flavor. So I have a little piece of butter here. And I have my little green knife. So let me get that and dry that off. And I'm going to just cut a little piece of butter. So probably about a tablespoonful of butter. And I'm going to put it in here for flavor. Let me cut that little piece off. And so about this much butter. Not that. This is kind of lopsided, but about a tablespoonful or so. And I'm going to stick that in here, just in the middle. And I'll put the rest of that away. I'm waiting, Jerome. Touch Me in the Morning.
Touch Me in the Morning song by Diana Ross, 1973.
See? Okay. Yeah, I love that song. Yeah, because 1973, where was I? Because 76. I think I was in elementary school. I think so, yes. Because I remember, the reason why I remember the song, because it was a song that my chorus teacher used to play and had us singing it. You know, so that's why. And I really like the song. So I got the butter in. Now I'm going to hit it with my Casey's Blessing. Like I said, you use whatever all-purpose season you have. If I didn't have Casey's Blessing for this, I would do the traditional Lowry seasoned salt. And like I said, they have low sodium if you're concerned about salt. Or like I said, whatever seasoning that you digging right now until this can come out. And I know I've been saying this like forever, ever. But tell that to the government because you know what? They got a lot of red tape and Casey is poor. Okay, so I'm going to just put a little sprinkle. And if you don't have turmeric, you don't have to. I'm just interested to see how it's going to taste. So I'm guinea pigging this one here. Okay, so I'm going to put a 1/2 teaspoonful of turmeric in here. And you don't have to do this. I'm telling you, do you, boo? I'm going to take a teaspoonful of my celery flakes. And I told you I put it in my hand because they're hard. And so I kind of crush them over my food. But in this liquid, it is going to get wet and it's going to reanimate itself. So it won't be hard. But the flavor is... You can't compare this flavor, and I'm just saying, you have to try it. You cannot compare this flavor to fresh celery. So I love using this. So I put 2 teaspoonfuls in here. Okay? And I gotta clean the stove off now because I made a mess. But anyway, I'll deal with that in a minute. Okay, so we got the celery flakes in there. And I'm going to hit it up with a 1/2 teaspoonful of Sazon, or that would be 1 packet if you don't put yours in a shaker bottle. Not like mine's in a shaker bottle. Okay? And I'm going to do my pepper. Pepper's going to be a 1/2 teaspoonful. Get that in there. And what do I need? The onion powder. And that's going to be closed. Can someone please open the onion powder? I do not want to mess my nails up. Yes. Thank you very much. I thought it was open. Did you use the one that was open? I didn't see an open one. It probably would help if I put the glasses on and I could see, you know. However, they don't match my outfit. So live with me. Okay, I'm blind, but at least I'm matching. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. Also, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a pinch of each one of my herbs. So I have the chopped parsley, the chopped Italian herbs, and the basil that's in a cilantro cup. And a pinch, if you don't know, for those of you who are new to me and you don't know, a pinch is your forefinger and your thumb. That's a pinch. So I'm going to put the pinch of that, and I'll put a pinch of the other two of her sisters in here, because a trio cannot sing by themselves. See, they're not the Supremes. They're going to stay together. Okay, so I'll put a pinch of that. They understand the power of unity. So, and yeah, so my parsley, I was like, why everything I'm getting is cloves? Just because I'm trying not to mess my nails up. Okay, no, watch this, okay? I'm going to take this knife and I'm going to stick a hole in there. There you go. And open this up, because everything is closed. Now, I know for a fact there's some parsley in there that's open, but now this is open. So I got a pinch of the parsley. That's going in there. Okay. All right. So let me close that up. Just like that. All right. And now I'm going to turn the heat up. So I'm going to turn this heat up to high, because I want this to start boiling. Once it comes to a rapid boil, I'm going to turn it down. I'm going to close it till it gets done, probably about 5 to 6 minutes. Then I'm going to take it out of this liquid. Or matter of fact, I would probably let it sit in the liquid for maybe about 5 minutes while I do the other stuff, and let it kind of soak in the flavor. Then I'll take it out and let it cool a little bit. Okay. Normally I would let it get really, really cold, but I'm going to let it cool enough so I can mix it up and my mayo doesn't turn it back into oil. And that'll be about it. I would normally let it cool in the fridge. Okay, Jerome is steadily writing stuff.
I was about to tell you. Don't know if you remember Bobby Sherman.
I remember the name. Okay, give me a song. Oh, guys, I didn't put my garlic in here. I'm going to put some in there too. I'm going to put, hold on, a half a teaspoonful of the garlic. Okay, that's one plop out of here. Okay, I'm listening.
Maybe you should put your gloves back on and won't worry about nails.
Okay.
Oh, you on a roll today.
Okay, you still didn't tell me the name of a song for Bobby Sherman.
No,
okay, sir.
I think that's coming.
Okay, what about Petula Clark then? Okay, you want to get smart. Who's that? Bet you don't know.
Easy come, easy go. La la la. Cry like a baby.
No.
Oh, that's exactly what you said. Easy come, easy go.
Yeah, I know.
Is that a song?
It is. I guess it is a song from Bobby Sherman. I'm not really familiar with Bobby Sherman. I probably heard the music before. Okay, but see, Jerome is so ancient, and I'm 26, so you know, that's why he knows this stuff. You know, that's before my time, Jerome. Can I tell you? You know, you're taking me back to like way back, where I was just an Eggland's brand egg. Okay. Okay, y'all, let me put the top on here. It is rapidly, if you can't see from here, can you guys see the bubbling? Can you guys see the bubbling? Audience over there?
I mean, how are we going to see it?
Okay, in the pot. You don't see it bubbling, I see it. Okay, but take my word for it, it's bubbling. Okay, I'm going to put the top on.
Downtown.
And I'm going to, who's downtown?
That's another song, I'm guessing.
For who?
He just wrote downtown.
Okay, you need to give me a little more than that. We were talking about. Are you talking about Petula Clark?
Probably. That's what I think he said.
Okay, yeah, but we said a lot of stuff. Okay, are you talking? Clarify, sir.
I'm getting yeah.
Okay, so I turned it down to a medium flame. For me, that's 6. Okay, I put the top on it, and now I will let these lovely flavors meld into my chicken as it poaches. And so I say it's going. I'm going to put my timer on. I'm going to check it in 6 minutes. I'm assuming he's talking about Petula Clark because he probably looked it up on the internet.
It was Petula Clark.
Yes.
So,
Downtown.
that was right.
But that wasn't my favorite for her. It was a very popular song, and it was a movie that you don't know who that is. Okay, I'm doing 7 minutes. I dare you to tell me who it is, Jerome Neal. Because you don't know. Because you just looked her up. I know you looked her up. I already know you did. I'm going to throw this in the garbage while Jerome tries to look up the song that I'm talking about. Let's just say, I was in the 6th grade when this song was out, and I'm 26. So I'm giving you a hint of a year to look at. Because, what do you mean who? I'm still talking about Petula Clark. This is the song. This is the song. It was a soundtrack to a very popular movie back then. Very popular song. And you don't know it. And you can't look it up. So I'm waiting. Anywho, see, my friend Vovo Love is not in here today because if Vovo Love is in here, yeah, Vovo Love will be wiping the floor with you because Vovo Love seems to know everything. Really. They know everything. I'm going to get a sip of my coffee while Jerome tries to figure out what I'm talking about. And I'm going to give him a couple of minutes and then I'll reveal. How about that? Ooh, okay. I wish I could put a little clock on it and it go tick tock, tick tock, tick. You might want to start seasoning your pita bread. Okay, you're gonna we're gonna what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make some herbed butter, and then you're gonna take each one of them with a little knife and just kind of spread it. And just spread it on there on both sides, and then that's it. And then we toast it.
Should have probably did that before we cut it. It would be easier.
Okay.
We
don't do easy here. Easy. You still don't know, Jerome? Well, are you ready? To serve with love, Jerome. Petula Clark sang the soundtrack or the theme song to Serve with Love with Sidney Poitier. You remember that movie? Anybody? Well, that's our age. Or if you like old movies. I'll give you a minute to tell me you don't remember it. Sending me to some, what did he call him? Billy who? Or what was the man's name? Bobby Sherman, yeah. Do you remember? Do you remember? No? Okay. All he gotta do is type yes or no. What else is he gonna say? He just has to type yes or no. Not maybe. See, he's trying to take his time to look all that stuff up. That's what it is. Okay, so
that when he played the teacher.
Okay, so Remember, those schoolgirl days of telling tales and biting nails are gone. And I'll speed up to the chorus. Okay. A friend who taught me right from wrong and weak from strong. That's a lot to learn. But what can I give you in return? If you wanted the moon, I would try to get the stars, but I would rather you let me give my heart to serve with love. I can't believe you remember the song. It was really popular. It was a great movie. Oh, child, let me tell you, love myself goes. Matter of fact, now you're going to make me, when I finish this day, and you know, I do my regular thing, I go upstairs and say I'm going to watch some TV. I'm going to let some To Serve With Love watch me. How about that? It was a good movie. Really was. Good movie. Very good movie. If you haven't seen it, for you younger crowd that's out there, hey, it's on YouTube. Free 99. Very good movie. Okay. So I'm at, and I didn't turn it. I thought I turned the time on. Okay. I turned it off. That's what I did. So I've probably been messing around with you about 3 minutes. So I'm going to do another 3 minutes. I'm going to stick a fork in it, see if it's done. And then I'm going to get it over to the side because, like I said, I want that flavor to get all up in there. Even though that's the first layer of flavor, but that's where we begin our journey. And then we move forward. Yes, you can. No, you herb it. Okay, I'm going to teach her how to herb the butter. You want to herb the butter with these and with the garlic. Okay, and I just made a mess everywhere. Yeah, I don't know, probably the parsley. You know, parsley's everywhere now. I have a parsley party. So we need to get the broom. Or we can just cook some food down here on the floor. It's clean. That's because the top wasn't on it secure. And I think that was the Italian herbs. Okay. So, not to worry, because I have more. I have lots of, I got the individual ones, you know, but that really gets on my nerves. You know, I tell you, this is the great thing about live TV. You can't cover nothing. Everything you do just be everywhere for the world to see forever and ever and ever and ever. So, yeah. Okay, let me get some more herbs. She's trying to clean up the hazard. Okay, so let's see. I'll put some of you in here. And I do have the you. Okay, y'all. Ooh, this smells good. That chicken smells yum, yum. And I guess I'll have to, what was that? Anyway, Italian herb. See? Yeah. There you go. I know I have some more. Okay. Okay. So this time I'll be sweeter. Oh, you missed a spot. What? You missed a couple of spots. Okay. I'll be back. Darling, can't you see what losing you has done to me? I'm not the same girl I used to be. So won't you please be fair and let me show how much I care. Who's that, Jerome? Say you'll be mine and answer my prayer. Yep, there you go. Come back to me and I'll guarantee all the tenderness and love you'll ever need. This time I'll be sweeter. I won't spill you, I promise. Andrew Bofield. Okay, so let me stick a fork in it and see if it is tender. Okay. Okay, dokie now. So let's see what we got going on. Oh, you see, it's all done. Look at that. Falling apart. I'm just gonna pull one of these out. I don't want to touch it. It's hot, but this is what done look like. Okay, let me find something I can lean this on so I can cut this little piece and show you. Okay, I just cut this thing apart. It's hot. Okay, so this is what I'm saying about how tender, just like that. You see like that? It's done. Delicious. Ooh, it is good. Wow. Okay. Do I really want to make chicken salad? Look at the other piece over there. That's good. That is delicious. It's delicious.
Can we do like the chips as like a visual and eat them on a sandwich?
You do what?
Can we do the chips as a visual and eat them on a sandwich?
Eat what on a sandwich?
The salad? Chicken salad?
No, you can eat it any way you want. Okay, I'm just showing the salad version. Okay, so I'm gonna let this cook for 1 more minute only because I would just love the flavor of this. And then I'm gonna take it off and I'm gonna sit it to the side. And I was showing beautiful assistant how to herb the butter. Okay, so where are the other herbs? Because you took them when they went flying, they went up and away in my beautiful family room. Okay, the top's still on here, right? All right, so she's gonna herb some butter and she's gonna slather it on these pita breads and season them up with a little bit of Casey's blessing too. And like I said, with this, you can use anything you want or just have it plain. So yeah, so you just, mash your butter in there. And what you do a pinch of each one of these. So if you want to make some herb butter, you get yourself a stick of butter, you soften it, either room temperature or do the beautiful assistant method, which, how long do you put it in there?
About 30 seconds.
She stuck it in the microwave for about 30 seconds or less, depending on how strong your microwave is. So you want to try it. Then you get your herbs, whatever they are you want. I'm going to do a half a teaspoonful to a stick of butter of my minced garlic. I'm going to do my Casey's blessing and some pepper and all 3 of my herbs here. So you put whatever herbs you want to put in there, okay? But like I said, you can go light with the Italian one because I'm going to have to get some more because you just wasted the whole thing. I tell you, wasting. And so she's going to mix all this lovely stuff together. Once she gets it mixed, where it is a softer consistency, now it'll be creamy now. She doesn't want it to be completely melted, but it needs to be soft enough so when she takes a little knife, she can just spread it on these little things. And she's saying, we should have did this before we cut it. I disagree, because then you'll have buttery grease all over the scissors. It'll be a hot mess.
Well, with this specific bread, because you see it's crumbly, so if I slide it too hard,
no, I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna show you. She's saying that this bread is kind of crumbly, and she's right. I don't know about this pita bread, but it's gonna be toasted, so we ain't gonna know difference, right? So we're gonna do that, but I'll show you how to spread it on there. And this is gonna be a little tedious, so I'm not gonna put you through that madness. All right, so let's get the Casey's blessing. We're gonna get pepper for a beautiful assistant, so she can do her little thing. She put a pinch of each one of those herbs in there because we live with the pinches. And if we have to add more pinches, we add more pinches. Why? Because it's our kitchen. Ooh, my food. Ooh, I just had a piece of chicken jump out my mouth. I hope they didn't see that. Anyway, so as I said, it's your kitchen. You can add as many pinches as you want or as less as you want. I am here to show you the foundational pieces and then to give you the courage to take yourself out there and fly and be fearless with your cooking. Trust your instinct. Anybody can cook. I'm here to tell you, anybody can cook. You just have to have the courage to do so. And don't let anybody tell you what they don't like. If they don't like it, go somewhere else and eat. If it tastes good to you, then you've cooked it and you are a cook. Okay, that's all I'm saying. You know when something don't taste good because it tastes nasty to you too. So, yeah. So you did it all? Did you put the garlic in? Okay, so let's see where we're at. Okay, so let me see. Okay, this is good. So this consistency that she has right here, it's a little stiff.
Should I microwave it a little more?
I would heat it just a little bit more, only because this bread is kind of brittle. And I think it's because it was cold. I think we had, I'm not going to tell that. Lord have mercy. Excuse me. Mr. Neal, what are you saying now? You know I have the wrong glasses on. He just talking. What is he saying, Corey? I can't see. For sure. Stop pinching. Stop being what do they call that? Oh, well, I don't know what a pinchy chick is, but a penny pincher. Is that what you're trying to say? A pinchy chick. I don't know, but he just trying. He thinks that he's Eddie Murphy or somebody. Okay, yeah. No, you Eddie Muffin. Okay, no Murphy Muffin. Eddie maybe not. All right, so let me check this because now it's really done. It's perfect. I'm gonna take it over here. I'm gonna put it on the other side, off the eye, and then I'm gonna do to help it cool off even more. I'm gonna take the lid off because if I leave the lid on this thing, it'll keep warm for a while. So I'm gonna put my screen on top, and then I'm gonna tidy up.
Save that broth for something.
Yeah, and I am going to save the broth because that beautiful sister was absolutely right. So I was telling you about tonight and what I'm cooking. So I am making something that I just came up with in my mind. Okay, I call it easy chicken linguine, and it has all kinds of good stuff in it. And I am going to be using chicken broth, so I may save this flavored chicken broth to go in there. Okay.
Is that soft enough?
Yes. Now get me a plastic knife, and I'll show you. And you're going to probably need the cookie sheet.
Okay.
So I got that straightened up over here, and these things over here. Now I'm just going to leave my I'm going to bring my seasonings over to my table because when I'm ready to mix up this chicken salad, I'm going to need these. So everything with the exception of the chicken stock and this oil. I will not need that, but I'll need this. Okay, so now we have a knife. She made it a little bit softer. Okay, so yeah, well you got a lot of pieces. You want to be able to get them spread. Okay, if you can do it on the circle one, that's fine. Okay, so this is about the consistency that we will need to do it. To do the pita. Okay, you put the Casey's blessing in too. So look, so I have this thing. Okay, yeah, I was having that problem last week, y'all too. It was kind of
choppy.
It was not choppy, but I think the streaming wasn't really good for some reason because it was like I was talking, I was stopped in the sound. Listen, I'm gonna get it together. Like I said, I just need to get enough money in this little business account so I can go either to one of these geek people and let them look at my computer and figure out why YouTube is blocking my signal because I haven't done anything. Or maybe it's something that is happening on the back end of my computer because my lovely computer is the one that works the best for me. So bear with me. But anyway, so I'm taking this butter as you see, and I'm just taking it and I'm just spreading it on one side. And it's fine. Now your hand may get a little messy, so I'll go wash it. And I spread it on the other side. And so yep, she's right. This stuff is it's brittle. Because I had it on the edge, it wouldn't have fallen apart. However, now I got butter, lovely herb butter all over my grandson's computer, which he's gonna have a baby. Okay. Okay, he's not gonna see it that way. So let me get this stuff off of here, y'all. Whoops. Okay, let me. Okay, so how you get rid of that?
Oh my God.
Okay, I hope that didn't block your view. Okay, I'm trying to clean his computer. Anyway, in a perfect world, if you're not dumb enough to hold the edge of it, you put it on both sides. You will spray your pan, or you can put some parchment on there.
Are you about to broil it?
I know. I'm gonna toast it a little in there.
Yeah, so you don't want to use the paper because it'll burn.
Okay, well then you want to
This will
spray
be
it a little.
fine.
And the reason why I'm saying it because butter burns quickly.
Okay.
I would just put a little spray on it. Listen, I am spray paranoid.
I just don't want it to smoke. That's the
Okay.
concern. Can you pass
Well, it
me-
probably will if you just put the butter on it, though.
Okay.
Just a
I'll take your
little.
word
Just a
for it.
little. I keep saying I'm going to get the non-stick foil because then I'll make it simpler. And I'm wondering, I'm going to tell y'all, I'm getting really tired of buying my food from these stores and this stuff is not really the freshest.
Yeah, that bread is kind of hard. But if it were warm, it probably would have been fine.
Yeah, she probably should have heated it. I was thinking that too. That maybe it should have been heated. Oh, well, we make do with what we have. Actually, could have made some bigger pieces. Now, this one right here, you can take to the G file. Okay, but you just gently put a little on each side. Go easy. Easy like Sunday morning. Oh, boy. Okay, so let me get this over here. I'm going to get my computer back over here because I want to tell you guys about budget-friendly 4th of July decorations because I just think it's so cute. And like I said, my mother was always the one, she decorated for everything. Okay, if it was a day of the day that the leaf fell, she found a decoration. She found a decoration and she found, well, see, we had record albums and stuff back then.
He said it must have, okay, sound was breaking up. He said it must have fixed itself, so it sounds okay again.
Okay, good. Mind you, this is not me, okay? I don't know what's going on. I'm not the streaming vehicle. I'm just saying. So, send your complaints to the station. However, so like I said, my mother she could celebrate anything. She's kind of like my oldest son. He knows every holiday for everybody in every nation known to man. And my mother would make a party or a party favor or a decoration. Anyway, yeah. So I don't go that deep, I don't really go that deep at all. I leave all that creativity to the other folks. I cook it. But anyway, so like I said, I was in Dollar Tree last year and they had all these little festive little like table decorations and weighted down and stuff for outside. I guess if it gets a little windy or whatever. And they were just so cute and festive. So it took me back to when, I guess I'm kind of mixing story time with this. It took me back to when I was a kid. And like I said, we used to go down south to Alabama. That was the family vacation every year. So we would go down south for 4th of July. And my mother, she's so funny. She would have all her children dressed in I guess, red, white, and blue type, or you had some kind of color like that. And we didn't look crazy. We had cute outfits, but they just were in the colors. My mother, I tell you. She was a little fashionista. So anyhow, so we'd all have that special outfit. So we're going to wear our special clothes and stuff. And we're going down south and we're coming from up north. And so we feel real special because see, when you go down south and you come from New York, they think that you were like everything. They think you are back then. It was like, wow, you were these mysterious creatures from another planet, New York. So they had all these preconceived notions and stuff. So of course you walked around like you was everything. So, hey, I'm from New York. And then you talk they call you proper. Okay. The way you talk. Okay. Because you didn't have a Southern twang. So, you so proper. Okay. I'm properly what? So then you get even more proper. But anyway, so we would go down there and we would usually get there maybe like 2 days, maybe a day or two before 4th of July actually happened. And then we stay a couple of days after. It would end up being a week. And when we roll in, because my father was this guy, he would never stop. If my mother didn't say, hey, somebody got to go, he would drive straight through from New York all the way to Birmingham, Alabama, never stop at 105 miles an hour. Okay. Yeah, he was a little speed demon. Anyway, so we would always get there like at nighttime, like in the middle, before day in the morning. So they would start all the ladies in the neighborhood, and I noticed it was like the ladies, they would get these special barbecue pits made, and they look like oil drums, but they would get them made. They were huge because they're barbecuing for like all family and stuff is coming from everywhere, and family there and stuff. So they have these big giant barbecue pits. I don't know if those barbecue pits made a difference in the way that stuff. You cannot compare to the grilling that they did down there. So it was like, the flavor of this food just kind of lasted in your memory up till now. And you look so forward to it. So we would get there and then we'd go to sleep, and then we get up and we get all gussied up and everything. And I think it was probably like the day before, because we would get there before a day. And so my grandmother was already barbecuing. I have two grandmothers down there. Well, I had my mother's mother, whose house we would usually stay at. And then I had my father's mother, who wasn't far away. She may be about 10, 15 miles away in another area. And she would make her own barbecue sauce, and she would grill and stuff like that. But she didn't usually have a whole lot of people. But my mother's mother, everybody, this is like the way station for everybody. It was just all these people all the time coming in and out. Anyhow, so she would make the best barbecue. She would make everything. It was just everything. I don't even remember all the stuff that she made. But I'm going to tell you, whatever it was delicious. And I couldn't wait. And then what you would do, we would get up before a day, and she would because she would stay up all night long cooking or grilling or barbecuing on this big pit, and, preparing all the sides and stuff like that. So 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, you could eat ribs, you could eat, hamburger, you could eat whatever. So you start your eating then. Then that was your breakfast. So then you go get yourself showered or whatever, and you get yourself all cuted up. So you eat some more. So then, you got 15 different family members, and you may go down to 60, which 60 is down in the country. See, my grandmothers lived in the suburbs, but of Birmingham, Alabama. So they weren't in the country where they were like, they had outhouses and things like that. So we may take a visit down there. It's like 4th of July was the longest day in the year, because we went to everybody's house. We ate everybody's barbecue. We went down to the country. We came back up to the suburbs. We ate some more. We ate so much. And so, make a long story short, at the end of the week, they had made so much barbecue, and my father's mother would make like 4, 5, or 6 slabs of ribs, and she would give us a tub of the barbecue sauce. And back then they had these styrofoam containers, like ice containers, and they would get those and then put the ribs on ice, and she wrap them really good. Man, those ribs never made them back to New York, because when we started stopping at the rest stops had grills. So then my father got the bright idea, hey, we're gonna heat these up and put so make a long story short, we probably ended up with a half a slab of ribs by the time we got home. But she calls herself giving us a care package, because we know that she knows that we don't, barbecue. But it was the most delicious stuff ever. And I guess I had forgotten about her sauce. She never used a bottled sauce or store-bought sauce. She made it, and it was really, really good. And so, what was it, 2 or 3? What's it, last month? We grilled something. I did something on the channel, and I made my own sauce. And now, hey, we won't be using bottled sauce anymore. We'll be using the family recipe, or my revamping of it. She never gave out the recipe, but I did see her make it. So I know some of the things that are in it. And of course, I make my own, put my own little spin on it. But yeah, so that's my 4th of July barbecue, reminiscing or whatever. It was so fun. It's like every holiday my mother made every holiday so fun. I can just think of everything. She even had a Halloween record album with the sounds of Halloween, and she would decorate. Listen, I could go on and on. She was a special kind of person. Yes, she was. Yeah, that's perfect. So what she did, you can show everybody if you want, in case you guys want to do it. So what she did, she buttered it on both sides. Now she's going to get it in the oven, and she's going to toast it.
So I'm going to tell you all my secrets to how I did it, so I ain't break them. I just buttered one side and then stuck it to the pan, and then I took the
buttered up. Okay, so she took the lazy man way out.
No,
she took not get her hands clean.
Way.
Okay, whatever. So anywho, so let me get over here and let me tell y'all about these decorations. So what I looked up, and from what I saw, because I'm gonna be honest, 4th of July is on a Friday this year. I got to work the day before. I ain't got no time to be decorating. Okay. It's not a real big deal in my house because listen, when the heat comes, or even before the heat, my grill master will be out there in the snow. I get a lot of grilled food. So it's not that special thing like, sometimes that's that special time of year. Man, he'll grill. He'll come home from working all day long. Like, okay, let's grill something. Let's grill something. He just loves to grill. And now he's trying to put some wood chips on my chalk. Oh, don't get me. Oh, I don't like the two to mix. I want charcoal. And if you want to put some woody woods on something, put it on your stuff. I want nothing to taint my taste of charcoal. I'm just saying, that's me. But anywho, he has to be, the experimenter and the smoke thing and the this, that, and he got a smoker. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to get you some little niblets or whatever, and you can experiment. And no, I'm not tasting it. But anywho, so what I find is, and I didn't tell you guys, but I guess I did tell you guys about, the new show that I'm coming up with. And, I won't bore you with the details, but just know that when it comes out, you do want to be there. It's going to be much more than what you've gotten on this coffee thing. It's going to be a whole, for anybody who ever loves coffee and these coffee goers and they go to the coffee houses and stuff, I am going to donate this show to you and to anyone else who just wants to bring some tea or whatever, because they got that chai tea stuff, all that. Okay. And we're gonna take some trips. Well, we're not really leaving the house. However, I'm going to get you a bird's eye view of some things. So it's going to be fun. Anyway, so like I said, I went to Dollar Tree. If you have a Dollar Tree or a dollar store, they may have all the stuff there too. But I can tell you, Dollar Tree is online. So if you do it ahead of time, you can order stuff online. Okay. But so what I saw is they had all kinds of little flags. They had like little centerpieces. They even have all different, and they ain't the best quality, paper. They're like made out of plastic or whatever. I guess they're just as good as what I'm spending all this money in the store for. You're going to throw them away anyway. But they have theme colors. So they have the little napkins and the plates and all the size plates. They have the dinner plate and they have little dessert plates and little salad plates, and they have the forks and spoons and all that stuff that look the colors of whatever holiday it is. And they have all these signs and decorations, and it's just really, really cute. It really is cute. And it just brings that feeling, especially even if you're not having guests, but even for your family, especially if you're going out back, you're sitting outside or even inside, like for me, because I ain't trying to be out there with the bugs. But it's just, for those people who want to be really immersed in the holiday, it's pretty cool. So I would try the Dollar Tree because it's $1. Then, you can make it personal. You could take some mason jars and use as centerpieces, paint some cans, put some nice things in there, have the kids involved to help make some things, even a bandana table runners. That's a good one. Or, bring back some, what are those cans? Some coffee cans, and you can paint the coffee cans and they can be little centerpieces and things like that. So you can take the mason jars and you can make them and you can drink out of them. It looks so cute when you have some iced tea or something like that. So it's just very festive. Or you can reuse your Christmas lights. So you can add some red and blue ribbon and stars. Like if you got some clear Christmas lights and it's going to go into the evening, because some people, like I said, down south, they out there all night long. They like I said, they party real hard on 4th of July. So it's a festival going on all day, all night. And you can have those lights and you just tie some little red, white, and blue stuff to it, get you some balloons or whatever, and string your lights, so you're repurposing things, fold up some paper fans, because you're probably going to need it these days with all this heat. You're going to need more than a paper fan, but yeah, I guess that's cute. Hang some streamers, do it yourself garland. Have you ever, I don't know if you guys ever did this in school. It was usually around Christmas time, and they would take the paper, and I'm just going to use this. They would take the paper and they would cut it into strips about this size, and it would be like construction paper, and the paper would be in strips maybe about this size, and then they would take the strips and they would fold and turn them over like in a circle and glue the ends with Elmer's glue, and then they would connect them together like a chain, and they would be different colors, and that would be some garland. So you can have the kids do something like that. Yeah, it ain't gotta be extravagant. This is about having some fun and maybe doing something together. So, it's pretty cool. Now they're saying something about, okay, chalk it up. So sidewalk chalk on your dry. I ain't trying to do that because I got to wash that. But for those people who want to do that, your own patriotic mural or game zone. So you can make all kinds of games on your driveway, hopscotch, maybe. We used to play something called Skelly in New York. And you would take the top of a jar or something like that, and you will weight it down with you put something in it or whatever to kind of weight it down, and you would kind of shoot it. They made like a little board on the ground, and the sidewalk in the street, and we would kind of shoot it and hit the other ones outside of the range of the area. And it was fun. It was kind of like doing marbles or whatever, but they called it Skelly. So I smelled that stuff. Okay.
Yeah,
and like I said, just mix and match what you already have in the house. If you got some red napkins, because I always when I used to call it the birthday bucket, because I got so many birthdays all together and all these kids around here and everybody want to party. Well, they've gotten over that party thing now. They're looking for money and big ticket items. However, everybody had their own theme, and I will always have stuff left over. So I'd have this color napkin. So you may have some of these things, and you just kind of, be eclectic. But the point is, if you are a person that, just wants to take it to that level, and hey, if you never did it before, give it a shot. I may just do that myself. I'll see how tired I am. Maybe I'll get them to do it. But anyway, that's what I thought was really cute for the holiday. And it'll take your mind off all of the bugs that are out there. I'll be eating indoors. Anywho, let me check my chicken. I am going to take that. If you could you think you get a strainer and like that big giant measuring cup, the plastic one, the big one.
The one
put
that has the butter?
No, the bigger one, the white one.
Oh.
That one. So what I want to do, I want to strain the broth off of the chicken, so I can start preparing it for the salad. But I want to keep the broth because, like I said, I think I'm gonna use that broth in my dish tonight because that broth is like hitting. It really is. And by now the chicken has cooled down enough for me to mix it up. So I'm happy. Yes, I am. Jerome, do you know that I see your face on my chat 25 times? Boy, you've been busy today, haven't you? So what I'm gonna do, because you've been so busy, I'm gonna change my glasses so I can see you and your madness. How about that? Okay, are they crispy? Yeah. Okay, that looks good. Those look like some snacking food for me. That's what that looked like. She was talking about them pitas. Well, I need to tell you, you want to sprinkle a little salt on them. Those pita breads over there looking mighty yummy. They sure are. She might want to show you that one. They look like a snack. It looked like snack time to me later for chicken salad. That's looking like snack time for Casey. Okay, tonight when the TV's watching me. How about that? Okay, I'm just trying to clean these glasses up, child. So let me put the other eyes on. Okay. Now I can see all the bad things you've been doing in my chat, Mr. Neal. Okay, so let's get this chicken drained. Let me just get this over here. Yeah, bring them over there. So do you guys want to see the pita bread? I think you do. Okay, let me get that over here. And this over here. Take a sip of my coffee. Excuse me. She's trying not to burn the mama. Look at those. Doesn't that look yummy? Hey, don't look like that old dried up pita bread we just saw. And the smell is magnificent. Yes, it is. Okay, so we're gonna drain
chicken inside the white bowl, right?
Yeah, in the white bowl. Do you have any of that butter left?
A little.
Okay, we're not wasting anything. We're gonna scrape that butter into that broth and herb it up some more. Boy, tonight, like I said, it's gonna be really good. It's gonna taste really good. The show is going to be really good. Let me see. So, where did I go? Where is it? Where is it? I thought I moved it. I think I did. Okay, so tonight's Love Rhythm recipe at 6:30 tonight. Like I said, I'm going to be doing the chicken linguine. And our topic for discussion is jealousy real love or just real insecure? That's going to be a hot one. Hey, I'd like to know your opinion. So y'all need to mosey on over there tonight and check it out. Anyhow, I'm gonna get, and know what I need. I also need that. I probably will need the bigger bowl. No, the big silver bowl. That's what I think. My big silver bowl. I like to use my stainless steel bowl when I make salads because it cools things off. It has a lid and it keeps it cool. Cause see, I'm gonna tell you like this. You can eat it room temperature.
Oh, wait, you said you're gonna put the sauce in here, so I should just put the sauce in here.
Yeah. You want to put the sauce in that bowl. Is the chicken?
The chicken's in the white bowl.
Okay, no, the chicken doesn't go in the white bowl.
No. Okay.
The chicken goes in the strainer.
Okay. I'm gonna put this in here.
And she's putting. Okay, she's preserving my broth, and she's gonna put the chicken in the strainer because I need the chicken to be sure the chicken is dry.
Okay.
And then we're gonna get my big bowl. I got this set of bowls, and let me see if I can grab them because they have putting all my stuff down low, knowing full well my knees are bad. But I'm gonna try. Hold on. And it's way in the back, and I have short arms. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm jacking it up. I don't know. Anyway, so let me show y'all these because you might want to get this. Okay, so you see these, they're so cute, right? So this is the top for the biggest one, and they come in different a bunch of sizes. So everyone has another one in it. So this is the biggest one, and I'll do the salad in here because I got quite a bit of chicken. And you can put a top on here, but it gets better. You can just take this off and you can scoop it out like that. But it's a storage as well as a prep bowl. And you can actually serve out of it if you want to. And if you're moving stuff, taking the little dish over to somebody, the thing I like about it is when you're stirring stuff on your countertops, it doesn't move because it has this rubber and it holds it there. And it wasn't that expensive. I think I got these from Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a pretty good deal. I like them. And it keeps your food very cold or hot. Yeah. So say if you put some pasta dish, some hot heated something in here, it'll keep it warm for a good long time. Okay, so let me clear off my table because I need to use this area so I can mix this stuff. I'm sure y'all have. I'm gonna check, and this chicken is still smoky. Wow. Okay. Let's get it tidied up over here. It's kind of messy. Okay, so I'm gonna get this. Move this over here. So that needs to come out. Get the scissors in here. Put that on there. Because I'm gonna need space in order to plate up the food.
Okay.
So yeah, let me get some water in here. And I'm just trying to get a little space over here so I can tidy it up a bit.
What are we using, bowls or plates or what?
Oh well, we're using plates because we're having salad. So I'm just getting this over here. Let me get my chicken broth over here out of the way. But I'm not ready to do it yet. I gotta make my salad up. I gotta show everybody how to do the salad. But I need to clear off some of this stuff on this table. Which, like this cooking spray, I don't need. I don't need this, and I don't need this. But that can go in the fridge. This can go in the pantry, and that can go in the fridge. And then I just need to wipe it up over here. And over here. Okay, get that over there. And check on my meat because this meat over here, honey, is piping hot still. It just looked like it was. It's not that hot. I would normally let it cool a little bit more, but not to worry. I'm going to mix it up, and then I'm going to stick it in, you know, I'll take a little out and let y'all see it, because it is still a little warm. And like I said, I don't want to have hot salad, but I want to make sure all the liquid is off of here. So let me just move this around a little, and I'm going to press it a little to make sure all the liquid's out. Now, your decision is this at this point. Are you going to leave it in chunks, or do you want to shred it? You have the choice to do either one. You know, you can do a combination. Like I'm kind of breaking this up while I'm doing this, so I can make it a little bit smaller. I think I want chunks, so I'm just kind of breaking the little chunks that we have in half, and that's what I'll do. Okay, let me see. Let's get this set up so I can show you guys the magic. Okay, get that over here. Throw that out. Okay, and I do need scissors because we never cut the chives. So I'll just cut it over into the salad. Okay. All right, so I'm going to move this around. Okay. Careful.
I got a comment here from Jerome. I'm pretty sure this was about the statement about you not being able to reach the bowls. He said, are you saying that your arms are too short to box with God?
Okay. Wow. Really? No, because I've been fighting for Pharaoh, fighting for Caesar, fighting for good King Arthur. Yeah, I remember that play. All of the words to every song. Now, I know y'all like, what is she talking about? That was a play on Broadway. What's that, the 70s, Jerome? Yes. They had a lot of plays back then. They had a play, it was Your Arms Too Short to Box with God. They had a play called Don't Bother Me, I Can't Cope. We were in grade school then. And I remember all those songs. Okay, so I am going to get my chair.
Which chair?
The one that I was sitting in over here. We're going to bring the computer over here again. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And I should put this little jacket on because I'm cold. But
Yeah.
I'm going to act like I'm not cold, okay? We get this over here just like that. Okay. You know I'm going to need my double trouble.
I need two.
Yes, I'll need two. Okay, so let me get this over here. I got my scissors. I am going to get my chicken. And I'm going to keep it on here because it's still kind of draining a little. It's important to get this chicken dry because it'll water down your mayo. And you don't want that. So, I have that. Let's see what else I need to get. Okay, and she has you guys pointed.
Oh, I figured you were gonna...
Okay, I'm not sitting there yet until I sit down. And I'm going to get another paper plate because I need to put my chicken out on it.
Oh, that's why I got that plate for you. The one underneath is it wet?
Well, no, it is. It has juices coming out of it. So I need the dry chicken on here.
Okay.
So, okay, we really going to have to do something about this AC because I'm cold.
Is it still on? I'm checking now because I'm freezing.
Yeah, I am. Today is not so hot as it was.
Yes, it is.
You know, and it's kind of chilly. And yeah, it's cold up in this piece. Okay, so if you can see, let me bring this down. Okay, you see this chicken is, and hey, if I'm worried about the chicken being hot, it'll sit here for a few minutes, it'll be cold. Okay, so you see the chicken, the chunks here. So you have it depends on what you like. Now, I have people here that want me to shred it. And then I have people who the people is me, okay, that wants to keep it in the little squares. And that's because I want to be consistent with my thumbnail. But you can shred this, which is perfectly fine, because already they talking about trying to put it on the pita like it's a dip. Okay, so I'm going to take it and I'm going to give a happy medium. I'm going to take my little knife and I'm going to just cut this up a little, just like that. Just like that. Just cut it a little, just like that. Just kind of break them apart. Okay. I don't have to do it, but you know, try to make the world go around. So I'm just kind of breaking them apart. And you don't have to do this. You can mix them up just like they are. Okay. And I'm going to break it. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to shred it. I'm going to break some of them apart. Okay. So that's what I'll do. And you can just do it with your hands. So you can do it with a fork or whatever. Just kind of breaking the pieces up like this. And which will make more salad. So if you're trying to stretch it a bit, this will do it. Okay. Get that in there. Just like that. Yeah. Okay. And just kind of break it up. And it's not that hot anymore. Like I said, it was so cold in my kitchen until, shoot, that heat went away real quick. So I'm just kind of breaking it up. And this will help cool it down too. Let me get down to the bottom. Just like that. And see what I was telling you about the celery? This used to be dried. It's just as soft as it wants to be. And so flavorful. I'm still smelling, like I said, the flavor just went through and through from cooking it in, poaching it in that flavored liquid. Let me break all these up. They're almost getting what they want, shreds. Okay. I'm going to do a couple more. Just kind of run my hand through there. Because the pieces, I don't want them too big. Because, yeah, I do want to stretch it. I don't want to have a whole chicken breast sitting up on, there or whatever. I want to be able to stretch it out some. But I do want to have some texture. So feel like I'm eating something other than tuna. But that's what they want me to do. They want me to shred it like a tuna fish. But I don't think I want to do that. And you know why? Because it's my kitchen. It's my recipe. And I'll do what I want. And you too can do that. When they cook it, I ain't going to tell you a lie. They're going to do it like I like it. Okay. I'm about to say when they cook it for themselves. Okay. So let's got a couple more of these. Let me see what I got. What do I have on the bottom? Let me turn it over. Let's turn it over. And let's see. And there was some big pieces down here. Okay. And what I'm feeling, I think the next time we cut this up, and see, that's another thing. Be sure that you don't have any, because, a breast can have like the little pieces of the rib meat or whatever, and then it'll have like a little tendon or something. So make sure your tendon is cut out of your meat. So you just have a really smooth taste. It's not going to hurt you if you eat it, but, it makes it a little chewy if you have the tendon there. So I prefer not to have it. I think I felt one in here because one of these pieces, like I said, for the most part, they're all very soft, but one of these pieces were kind of a little tough. And that was because it was that tendon. So the tendon will have to go somewhere else, not in here. So when I grab it up again and I feel it, yeah, because see, I'm squeezing it and it's falling apart. I'm just squeezing it. I'm not even breaking it. I'm squeezing it. Just like that. Okay. But it still has a little texture, which is good. But so I gave it a, what do you call it? A shred texture shred. Is that what we call it? A texture shred. Okay. It looks like the more I do it, I keep finding more pieces. Okay, so it's like, this is why I want to shred it, because this is too much like work. Too much like work.
You know what you should have did? We should have did it in that little hand.
And I don't want it pulverized. I needed to have a little bit of texture. So this is something that I like to do by hand. I wouldn't use a machine for that because it would make it too fine, and I don't want it like that. I want it to have some bite, a little bit of bite anyway. And like I said, I just could have left it in the cubes you had it, but this will stretch it, make a little bit more. That way we'll make sure, there it is. This is that piece right here. This piece right here, yeah, that got to go. That had a little piece of tendon on it, and I could tell immediately because I couldn't break it apart as easy.
That's why you do it by hand.
Exactly. Yeah. Corey said that's why I do it by hand, and that's true. That's why, because I have to feel stuff, y'all. I have to feel my food. I have to feel it. I really do. Just like when I do canned salmon, you know, you have to debone it, of course. See, here's another one. You have to debone it. And so I run my hands through it after I take the bone out, the main bone, just to make sure there's no bones laying around, you know, because sometimes there are. Here's another one. So to prevent this, when you get your chicken breast, just cut it out. Okay. Cut it out before you cut it up. And then you don't have to have that, because I'm going to tell you, it'll make a big difference when you're chewing this stuff. And I hope I got all of it. Because the pieces that, you can tell the pieces that have the tendon, because they're not as tender. And I don't want anything that's not tender in here for the most part. See, I just felt another one. It's a good thing I did this, because if I had just left it, if I had left it in the bigger cubes, I wouldn't have felt all this. Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. So I think I'm good. I think I'm good. And with all this manipulation of the meat, guess what? The meat is nice and cool now. So yeah, the meat is, it's not freezing, but it's room temperature. It sure is, with all the manipulation. Here go another little piece in here. Well, that wasn't it. I mean, just another piece I needed to break up. So, like I said, it's not quite shredded, but it is broken up. And I keep feeling these little pieces. And that can't, I just heard that one pull apart. I heard the sound like a snap. Okay. So, yeah, you never think about this stuff. But it makes a difference in the taste and the texture and all of that. You don't want to have to fight with your chicken salad. Okay, so let's see. Make sure. I'll run my hands through it one more time. Oh, they'll let me know if they hit a piece. That's for sure. I think I got everything. And see, now I have double the amount. I sure do. So now the 3 pounds that I have has now become 6. Stretch it. This is a good little something for your barbecue. Save your little penny here and there by you know, just breaking it up a little and making a little bit more. Okay. I know I'm gonna miss something. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. What you over there mumbling?
Oh, it's from SpongeBob.
Okay. Listen. SpongeBob don't live here. Okay. I'm just saying. He don't live on this show. Okay, yeah. Whatever. Oh, everybody got jokes. Okay. I get it from all sides. I'm gonna put y'all in the audience with your own. And then I'm gonna censor you all. Okay, let me get this over here. Okay, so yeah, I think I pretty much got it. So this is what we do. This is what we're working with, y'all. Just like that. Okay. Like every time I pull it up, I feel another lump. Okay. That's it. That's everything. Okay, let me wash my hands. Let me get this stuff in here. Now I have chicken all underneath my fingernails. And yeah, I should have put the gloves on, man.
I know, I can't wait for it.
Yeah, I should have put the gloves on, but that was something that was organic. I didn't plan to do that. Okay, pending, and I said, "Oh man, I better get in here and do what I need."
How about using a food processor?
No, because I don't want it to. See, the food processor is going to process it way too much. Okay, and it'll have too many. It'll have some really fine pieces, and it'll have some big chunks. You can do that if you want, and that's up to you. It depends on what texture you want to have. I know that I want to have a uniformity in my texture. So leaving it up to a machine to do it and try to guesstimate, you know what, if I've done it long enough or whatever, because there's no time frame. You got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? If you put something in a processor, you're going to do a couple of pulses. You're going to look at it and say, hey, that may be it. Then you're still going to have to go through it. At least I would, because it may not do what I wanted to do. But if that is your choice, you can do that because it is your kitchen. For me, I have to feel it, touch it, and that'll be that. So now I'm going to take it, and I'm going to take this chicken, putting it in my bowl. It's nice and dry, and that was something else. I was able to feel if this meat was dry enough. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want this meat to have any juice from the cooking process. I want the flavor, but I don't want the juice because it will mess with my mayo, and I want it to be creamy, not watery. So let me get this here. Let me get this in the garbage and that colander in the sink, and get my little knife, get that out the way. And I'll get a brand new spoon now, get my wooden spoon, because spatula time is over. So let's get that up. Let me bring this up here and move this over and throw this in the trash. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start putting my vegetables in. So I'm going to take the, and I probably will not use all of this onion. And the next time I probably won't have it chopped so big. But I'm going to take, because you said this is a half of a medium-sized pepper. I'm just going to take a handful. This is about a tablespoon and a half. And I'm just going to put it over in here. Okay, I don't want to overwhelm it because I want to taste my chicken. So I'm going to take a little handful of the white onion, sprinkle that in there also. And like I said, what I don't use, I will use in the next meal. Okay, so let me get this over here, get that over there. Now, usually I will have my chives, and my chives come in the little container, and it's easier for me. But these right here are I guess they look like they pulled them out the ground and said, "Here, take them, Casey." So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some out, get this little thing off of here. Okay. And I'm going to go rinse a few of these off because it says no pesticides or whatever, but I don't know what creature big and small been running across this. And so I have to wash my stuff. And I'm going to rinse these off and dry them off, and then I'm going to cut them. So I have right here, I took maybe, what do we say, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have about 17 of these chives. Okay. I'm going to rinse them off and dry them with the paper towel, and then I'll be back. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm just going over there. Okay.
We got some messages.
All right.
Like those bowls, is it priority chef premium mixing bowls with lid set?
Who's asking me that, Jerome?
Yes, of course.
He's asking me what is it? What is it?
I'm assuming he's asking if the brand of it is priority chef premium mixing bowls. You know what? We really should start putting some like links in the description of the items we're using.
Well, I will once I become an affiliate member, so it can be profitable for me. Okay. Yes. So when Youthful Assistant finishes my website, I can be. See, this is why I don't do this stuff. Okay. She called her own self out. Okay. So
I'm gonna be quiet.
I said that I went the other day, right? I said, okay, I'm gonna start doing some of these affiliate links, right? Because hey, I love y'all, but I need to make some money. Okay, so I can do this full time. I like doing this. I could do this every day. Yes, but I can't do it for free. So I have to get some other streams of income. So I decided that I was going to do the affiliate thing. Get a couple affiliate links. Well, you need to have your website up. Well, my website is half finished. It is beautiful. It's elaborate, but beautiful assistant is slow. Okay.
The beauty takes
She
time.
beautiful. I don't want to hear that noise. Okay. I don't care if she just put my name up there. But in order to have these affiliate links, you got to have a website. I don't have one ready yet. So that's what I'm waiting. I'm waiting on her. I'm waiting on the federal government so they can stop telling me to pay this, pay that, just so I can give you these wonderful spices. Yes, I'm just waiting. Keep waiting. Yes. Anticipate. But see, she put her own self on Front Street. Okay. You should sell. Yeah, I would if somebody would finish my website. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Y'all tell her, say, finish the web. Say, finish the website. Finish the web. Yes.
I guess I have to excuse myself and finish surgically removing my foot from my mouth.
Yeah, she got to surgically remove her foot from her mouth. Yeah, exactly. Because also, y'all, I keep telling you about this Patreon. The only reason why I haven't done it yet is because I got to figure out, because there's 3 tiers. So there's 3 tiers and 3 prices. I'm not trying to break the bank, but I want to give you, a bang for your buck. So I want to do something on the Patreon that you will not get on here. Unfortunately, you get a whole lot of stuff on here, a whole lot of corny, a whole lot of everything. So I gotta top myself. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Jerome. Yes, that is probably what it's called. I'm not gonna even front and tell you because I don't remember even when I bought this.
I'm finishing. I got Jerome talking to me.
See. Yeah. See, I do all this creation and stuff, but when it comes to that editing stuff and all that stuff, that's her. So if I don't have anything, it's because of her. Okay. Yes, I'm putting it in front of you. I create all the entertainment. I come up with all the ideas. I do the thumbnails. But when it comes to that other stuff, that child over there, okay, ain't beautiful when it comes to that.
You're right. I'm gorgeous.
Okay. Now, mind you, they be Academy Award winning performances and products, but hey, I need them a little bit more frequent. I'm just saying. So yeah, I'm putting her on front. She just put her own self on Front Street. So I ain't never said nothing to y'all before. Yeah, but y'all just need to know. Okay, don't be blaming Casey because. Yeah, don't be blaming Casey because hey, I would give y'all. I try to do the best I can for you, but beautiful assistant is slow enough. Oh yeah. Okay.
You want quality or quantity?
Okay, I want both.
Well, I'm one.
Okay. Not yeah. We all are one man band here. You don't see me with a staff.
Production department.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
it ain't slacking.
okay. There you go. Yes, Jerome. Yes.
To be monitoring calls.
No. He's preach, brother. Preach.
Now you have
That's right. Preach. Okay. I'm just a little 26-year-old. Really, people 26-year-old like me don't need to know all this technology I done learned how to do. That's right. The truth is not. That's right. There you go. Okay, you stay out of it, Cosmic King. Okay. So yeah. She's slow. Okay.
Slow and steady.
Don't get me to telling y'all how long I've been waiting for a video.
Slow and steady with
okay. Okay. By the time the video come out, I'll look a whole nother way different. Okay. Yeah. So. That's what she gets. See, I'm telling you. Him upstairs, okay, made her put her foot in the mouth. I ain't saying nothing. Uh-huh.
That doesn't qualify.
So y'all need to challenge. Y'all need to challenge beautiful assistant. Y'all need to challenge beautiful assistant to finish my stuff.
I'm the background person.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't want to be a first thing over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's right. Get her, Jerome.
I'm in back.
Get her, Jerome. Okay, so what I did, these were a lot of chives. So I cut up maybe about a cup of chives. So it looks about like this. Okay, and I'm going to put this in. The rest of them I'm going to put back, and I'm going to have a beautiful assistant vacuum seal them so at least they'll last a week. Yeah. But I think I'll probably use them.
Under construction for some parts, and that's the plan. So I have a lot of parts in there. I didn't know what parts to have available and not. So pretty much, I had a lot of things set up already. I just did it. I wanted to have it fully done, and I have this perfectionist complex that keeps me from putting it out.
Okay, that's gonna keep me from.
Give it to you though.
But it's gonna keep me. It's gonna keep me from being with you guys all the time.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is. It's gonna keep me. See, I could be here all the time talking to you and having fun and on your lunch breaks and stuff. You could peek at me and I'll wave at you and tell you how to do stuff and but beautiful assistant just won't let me shine. She just got you. I'm working on a broken wing, y'all. Mm-hmm. Yes. Good conversation while you cut chives.
No. Good conversation.
Okay.
New conversation. Jerome, we're going back to the coffee. Did you finish the coffee?
Tell her, see, now she trying to send you to the coffee. And now she's trying to send you the coffee. So now I've just been reduced to doing nothing but lives. And nobody knows me. Nobody knows about my lives. They know about my videos. So they think it's a whole different show. They don't realize I have a whole network. I got so much live to show you. Y'all need to come around here. This is some fun stuff. We kind of nutty. We nutty. I'm still cutting. Okay, so yeah. So let me just cut a little bit more. Let me put that in there. So now I've done my chives, right? So I'm going to do my pinches of each one of my herbs. As I told you, I layer my flavors. So I did a pinch of that basil in the cilantro container. I'm doing a pinch of the parsley that I just opened. Okay. Not the one that I spilled all over the place. That was Italian seasoning. Okay. And I dug up.
For that new website being dropped. Woo. Okay.
Okay, yes.
Yep.
Okay, but I got.
He put him on a suggestion.
I'm putting another pinch of Italian seasoning, guys. Okay.
I'm not just ignore it.
Okay, and I'm putting them back together. Okay, now I am going to put in this salad, I'm going to put a whole tablespoonful of this minced garlic. So that, if you have the squeeze bottle, it's going to be 3 squeezes. Okay, so that's 1. Oh, that was almost 2. 2 and 3. 3, like hold it, squeeze like that. Okay, I'm going to get a few more of my celery flakes in here. I'm not going to get the hard parts. I'm going to sift through the hard parts. So I'm going to do the hard parts. I'm going to put in here because the little thin flakes are good and it'll get moistened with the little ingredients that I have here. So let me take the hard parts out because the flavor is amazing. Yes, it is. So amazing. Yeah, it is. So I'm going to take it and crush it all up. And we're going to just let it rain inside here. Oh, here you go. I forgot. Okay, so this is what we're looking like. I'm just talking and y'all just letting me. Okay, that's because they're making me remember how I'm just so far behind.
Oh, God. We're on to a new conversation.
Okay.
Pinchy chick again.
Okay.
That's right.
Oh, see, y'all hear her loud. Y'all hear her loud and clear when somebody gets to putting her on. She put herself on Front Street. See, you don't never hear her voice like that. She got real loud there. Okay, so then we put what did we just put in here, y'all? We put the celery. Okay, I'm going to do a ½ teaspoonful of my Sazon in here. This is optional. But this is what I see. At this point, you start going hard with the things that you like. Okay. So I'm gonna do just a dash of cayenne, a dash. So that's that. That's a dash. Okay. I'm going to take my black pepper and I'm doing let me make sure. See, and I'm looking at the top. Now, I want y'all to know who opened this, right?
Who opened the what?
You opened up the black pepper, left the top loose, and I almost had black pepper all over my salad, but I caught it.
Oh boy, this is so beautiful.
Okay, well you did. Okay, so now I'm doing a half a teaspoonful of black pepper. Child, I'm telling you, you are seeing this live and unedited. Okay, I tell you, they've been trying to take my shine for the last 3 weeks. Whoever it is trying to do it. You can't keep me down. I'ma keep coming back. I'ma come through a corner, a crack. I'ma come back. So y'all might also just lay off. Lay off. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit. I'm not gonna let anything stop me. Okay, because I need to be here. Okay, I have a need to be. So now let's look back over here. Now I'm gonna hit it and make it rain with my Casey's blessing, and I can put as much as I want. So I ain't even telling you how much. It's just a lot because it's no salt in this, and it's just all spices and yum yum. So there you go, yum and yum. So there you go, and you do you, boo, do you. So, and you know what I'm gonna do? Sprinkle turmeric. You don't have to do that. So I'm also going to take just a little pinch of salt. And so I'm going to show you the pinch. I'll put it this way. I use so little salt until these things last in my house so long until I wonder if they get old. Okay, so let me get a little pinch. Okay, you guys see my hand? You see how little, hey, ain't gonna hurt nobody right there. All right, so we got that in here. Now I'm going to give me a nice spoon. Oh, yeah, maybe I'll put some more of my peppers and stuff in here. I'm going to put a little bit more of these peppers in here. And like I said, you can do this according to what you like. I'll put a little bit of that and a little bit of that. And I'm going to get a spoon so I can get my mayo out. So let me move this over here. I want to have plenty of elbow room for stirring. Okay, how about that? Okay, so let me just check something. One moment. Okay, so what else I'm going to do? What kind of English is that? What I am also going to do is, see, this is where the down south stuff comes from. We got to put relish and everything. I'm going to get a little bit of sweet relish and put it in here. Just a teeny tiny bit. Just a little. Because I was going to put some dill, but I said, no, I want to just a little sweet. So I'm going to put a teaspoonful of the relish in there. That's it. Not a lot. You can, like I said, at this point, do you. Okay, you don't have to do this. Let me get a nice spoon so I can spoon this up and stir it. See, I don't really care for the jar. Do we have any squeezable mayo?
Yeah, a little. It's not a lot.
Okay, see, I had to get this jar because they didn't have my squeezable mayo. The reason why
I would put a little kick of red pepper flakes in there.
Yeah, you sure can. You sure can. But I did remember I put the cayenne pepper that I'm going to put in as soon as I get the mayo in there. So I put a little cayenne pepper inside the broth, remember? And then I'm going to do it in here also. But I don't like these jars because they're so big and then you got to, I don't want to, it's just, I don't like that. But this is, I'm going to do a heaping tablespoonful of one of your tablespoonfuls. And you start with a little when you do mayo. And the reason why I say that, I'm going to do 2 of these, probably 3 because it's a lot. If you need more, you can add more. But once you put too much, you can't take it away. Right. Okay, so just put that in there just like that. Beautiful assistant, if you can do me a favor and start putting those lettuce on the plates. Okay, and then I'm going to see if I have enough here. Okay, and yeah, you can put some red pepper flakes in there. You sure could. Okay, so let's see. I know I'm going to need more of this on here. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of chicken. And then I cut it up. Oh, yeah, I'm going to definitely need more, but this is going to be good. And see, it's nice and chunky.
Do we have it already? Is it already cut?
No, it's in the fridge. Okay, I'm going to move this over out of the way. Okay. And I'm going to put some more mayo in here because this is very dry. It does not enough mayo. So I did 2. I'm going to do 2 more. And then I probably will have to get some more mayo because it looks like I'm getting down to the bottom of the barrel here. Okay. Sorry for the noise.
Do I need lettuce on mine too?
Yeah, for sure. She don't want to put lettuce on her. She's trying to make a sandwich, y'all. Okay, but I need to show you how it looks the way I say. Now, okay, you gonna tear my plates up?
No.
Okay, so, okay, see, now it's getting to where I need it to be. Okay, I'm still gonna put another tablespoonful. So you see what I'm saying? I don't want it watery. That's the thing. I want it to be creamy. I want to be able to taste every drop of every ingredient I have here. And I'm going to put one more. And see, this is why I hate these jars, because when you get down to the bottom, you see what I'm saying? The mayonnaise is all over the spoon, and here you need a longer spoon. Okay, so I'm going to get another heaping. Okay, so that's 5 heaping tablespoonfuls, and with mayo on my hands. Yup. Okay, so do it like that. And see, this is getting just where I need it. Okay. And like I said, at this point, you can, if you want to, make a sandwich. I still am going to put a little bit more of the mayo in there because I want everything to be incorporated and for you to taste all that flavor over here. I don't want anything to be left out and not flavored up. Okay, but this smells really, really nice. Smells good. Now, if I were making this for the kids, all of these vegetables would be pulverized, and it would just be the essence of the flavor, and this would be just meat, and you wouldn't see any color because they don't want to see that. They don't want that, but they're not eating this. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit more mayo in here too. But you see what I'm saying? How you keep adding. It's because if you just put a plop of mayo in here and then it's too much, then it's like, barf city. You don't want to do that. Okay, so, okay. That's good. That's good. Like that. That looks really good. Okay, this is about where I think I need it. I'm gonna let one of the mouths over here taste it. If you can pass me the Splenda, I want to put just a drop of Splenda in here because I'm not putting a lot of relish, so just a little bit. That's it. Okay. And let me get my cayenne pepper in here. You thought I forgot. See, I want to do the pepper because the pepper distributes. I like the cayenne pepper because I can distribute it more evenly throughout the salad. When you do the pepper flakes, if you just put a little bit, you don't get that even heat, in my opinion. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit in here, just like that. I don't want to make it overpowering, the heat. Okay, just a teeny tiny. I'm going to bring, and I think I'm going to put another squirt of garlic in there. So that was a tablespoonful. So I'm going to put just another little squirt of the garlic. Okay. See, and this is just the consistency that I want. So as it sits and gets cold, it won't get watery. I cannot stand watery any kind of salad, potato salad, coleslaw, macaroni. I can't stand it. And so let me lift it up because that noise, I know it's annoying. Okay. Okay. So yeah, this is doing this thing. Okay, somebody get a fork, taste this. Let me get this out of here. Okay, let me just get this in the sink and rinse my hands off because I have the little excess mayo on there from that spoon that went all the way down into the abyss. It went to the sunken place, y'all. Okay, so we already had a taste test and they say it's good. Let me bring this back up. So do you all see how this looks? This is right here, how you want it to look. Okay, let me take a little bit off the spoon. You see that? You want it to look like that. That's how you want it to look. It's nice and creamy. All the flavors have melded together. And that's what you got. Okay. So what do you think, Corey?
It's excellent. It's very light. It's the chicken just completely just melts in your mouth. The flavors are just like it's what is the word I'm looking for? Potent. Like you can taste everything. And it's just an amazing I guess collaboration of flavors.
So Corey says that you can taste all the flavors. If you didn't hear him, it's amazing collaboration of flavors. And that is exactly what I'm trying to get. Okay, so looks like Beautiful Assistant has all of the plates with the lettuce on it, which she really don't want to have. Oh, I'm still sneezing. I just got pepper up my nose. That was an allergy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plate it up, put a little on each one of these plates, pretty it up, and get our pita bread on there. And then everybody can do what they want to do. If she want to put it on some bread, she can. So let me bring a plate over here and see. Okay, so I'm going to just put a little bit. I got a nice, I say a little bit. We make big plates around here. Anyway, I'm going to put a little. Well, I'm going to put a scoop of it. I'm stop saying a little. I'm not doing no little. Okay. Little is not in the vocabulary in this house. Okay. So, and then we're going to do, and you can do it just like this. Oh, that looks good.
He said it looks good for a wrap and it looks real tasty.
Yeah, honey, trust me. You will love it. And of course, I want to put just a little bit. I'm going to do a little bit of my beautifying. Okay, where's my parsley down here? I also have some parsley sprigs too. Okay, which I thought was so cute. I think I'll use that tonight. And I'm going to put a little bit of paprika on there because it wouldn't be a southern salad if it didn't have paprika on it, would it? Made by a southern person. Okay, I was going to use my smoked paprika. That's what I'm going to do. All right, so let me just get that. Just a little for color. This has a little flavor too. And just a little. Oh, yeah. So festive. It sure is. And I'm going to take my parsley and hit it with that. Okay, just like that. Oh, yeah. I'm feeling this. Okay, so let's get a couple of these little pita thing. Peter Piper pick a pack of Peters. Okay. You're going to get a couple of little Peter Piper pick the peck of Peters. Yeah, we are. Okay. And I want you to see this. Now, see, you can't tell me. Look at this. I want y'all to see this. Tell me what you think. That's a nice, light, delicious lunch any day. What y'all think about that? Don't you want it? Yes. Okay, come on over here. This is yours, Beautiful Assistant. Okay, then I'll get Corey. Unfortunately, the grill master is off toiling away. I'm going to save him some. His will be nice and chilled. Okay, let me fix the next plate. You can come around and you can tell everybody what you think.
Or you can come. All right, you came to me. Cool. All right, let me get a little scoopy scoop. Okay, I'm actually kind of glad I didn't put it on a sandwich. I like these little finger cracker kind of thing. Yeah, pita.
Little
pita crackers.
Pita
Crackers.
The Peter Piper pick a pita.
The Peters. I'm calling them Peters. Oh, it's so good though. The flavor. See, it take a minute for my tongue to register all the flavors. The textures is the first thing I noticed. It's tender meat, crunchy, fresh vegetables, You got this creaminess from the mayonnaise and all the everything. Excuse me. Everything just melts together. The buttery goodness and the garlic. Oh, so delicious. Very, very zesty and refreshing.
And that turmeric does something for it.
You know what? I can actually taste it a little bit.
But I didn't do a lot. I just wanted a little.
It wasn't a lot. It gave it a very pretty color. This is, and you know what? I'm actually okay with it being on salad too. It's very refreshing, especially since it's been so hot lately. It's not super heavy, but it's very filling. Delicious. This came out perfect. And I think it would have been good even if it were cubed, because the texture of the chicken is very tender. But it's a very delicious salad.
Okay, here you go, Corey.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm eating all yucky, ugly. I'm gonna go over here and eat the ugly way now. Excuse me.
But as I already stated before, you guys, like, I already know that the chicken's very tender. It's very the flavors just, like I said, blend so well together. It's literally like a collaboration of flavors. I'm trying to get this onto the pita bread, and it just does not want to cooperate.
No, because it wants you to eat the salad.
It does want me to eat the salad.
And this is a preference. Sorry, this is one thing I wanted to add. I would personally put a little bit of tomato in it because I just like the texture and the juice from the tomato. But that's completely preference.
Yeah, you can add or delete. It becomes your own. But just like I said, the basic, profile of how I made the chicken with the broth and seasoned it. Whatever seasonings you like. Ultimately, in your salad, you can put whatever things that you like.
You can have whatever you like.
You really can. You can do whatever you like as far as your seasonings are concerned. It's like I said, I keep telling you guys drive this train. Okay. I simply supply the tickets. Once you get on it, then you go to the front and you become the engineer. That's it. Okay, I'm going to taste this. I'm just fixing mine up. Okay. And this is wonderful because, hey, it didn't heat up things in the house,
Oh.
He's over here stealing my pitas.
And another thing I must add is the fact that the pita bread, the texture of it is just right. It's not too hard. It's not too soft. It has a nice bit of a crunch, like a nice little bit of a bite to it. And like nice and buttery. And it pairs very well with the chicken. I'm sorry, you guys cannot see my face. Hi. But yes, this with the chicken salad, perfect combination. Don't you can make it however you like, but this right here, this is the winner.
Okay, y'all. So
I had a question from Jerome.
Okay, Jerome, what you talking about?
Yeah, this was for Corey. What drink would you suggest to pair with this?
So Corey, they're asking you about your mixology. What drink?
For something like this, I would pair it with a nice iced tea.
I was thinking the same thing, a nice iced tea, or maybe like a raspberry tea or something like that.
Raspberry tea, a nice sun tea.
Yes.
That would be perfect with this.
Yes.
It's a great summer dish.
It really
for
is.
you to enjoy. You can take this to a cookout. You can have this for like any type of like little nice little
brunch or whatever.
So in my opinion, yes, a nice tea would go with this very well.
Or lemonade.
I was about to say
Or lemonade. Something refreshing to clean the palate. So, okay, I'm going to let you guys see up close and personal. It has all the little cute little stuff in there. Now, I'm going to taste it.
Shoot, I'm actually glad that the bread was a little crusty.
This is delicious. You know why? It is, like they say, every flavor. You can taste every flavor. And they marry each other well. They partner well. The chicken is so tender. And I like I said, that I broke it up the way I did. It's not shredded all the way. So you have the smoothness of what would be a shred, but then you still have some texture. Then you have all of the vegetables that are in here. And then they're real, it's good. I don't have work. This is good. And I can tell you, I am not a chicken salad eater. I can't even remember the last time I had any chicken salad. But Yeah. Let me try it with the lettuce. And you know, I think this is keto. And it's keto.
Yeah, we don't put anything in there that wouldn't be.
No, this right here. If you don't eat this bread,
I'm about to say without the pea bread. Just the salad. Yeah.
the salad is really refreshing.
Or
And-
as Jerome said, if you want to do it with a wrap, you can do that keto too. If you want to do low carb tortillas.
Oh wow.
Or you can get like a low carb pita bread.
Low carb.
Oh, yeah.
Shortcut.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm not even playing.
That's delicious.
This is a snack in itself. Make this. Herb you some butter and keep it in the refrigerator. Make this.
That is fun because it's like dip.
Oh, this is really, y'all. Smack your mama. Oh, yes. Oh, I got to put this away. Yeah, come over here. Yeah, yeah.
You can try it if you want to.
Exactly. You see elder abuse, right?
You said smack your mama.
I'm gonna put this away so it'll be some less for my husband because he can't miss this. If I don't hide it, well, y'all know.
And side note, while the lovely chef was making such a delicious meal, Jerome, I'm telling, Jay finished our coffee.
Okay, but who wants to finish coffee when you got this?
True. You're not wrong.
Okay, so yeah.
You're not wrong.
Anywho,
What you saying?
you know, it's over yap. Eat your food. Okay. Hey y'all.
Oh boy.
Hey y'all. If you like this live today, hey, hit the like button. Y'all out there that don't reveal yourselves and you just like to watch me clown, do me a favor. Just press that button. Just press the button. That's all. I really appreciate you. I do. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I have so many things on the channel. It's not just the lives. I know they're kind of long, but this is how we vibe on the weekend. But I have videos too. And I have so much more to show you. Yes, I do. And so many more live things coming because I'm feeling this live stuff. I feel like we are here. And if you want to be here with somebody, hey, I'm your girl. Y'all come on around here to my love rhythm recipe tonight. If you think this was a blast, just wait and see. It only gets better. I'm telling you, and please try this recipe. This will be a hit at your next barbecue or your luncheon. Hey, make this stuff for yourself and take it to lunch. You will be the envy of everybody at work. Trust me. They'll be like, oh, where you get, how much you pay for what restaurant? Child, let me tell you.
Where here?
Okay.
I think where you get it here.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so in any case, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Leave me some comments. Tell me what things you might want me to try to whip up for you, you know? And remember, if you are subscribed to my channel, please turn those notifications on because you won't know when my new show drops. I'm going to put the advertisements there and you're going to miss it. Anywho, y'all know what I wish you, right? I want to wish you some love, some peace, and what y'all? Some great weekend eats. So, I'm going to see y'all, some of y'all tonight. Tell a friend. And for the rest of you, I'm going to see y'all. I'm going to see y'all next weekend. Yes, I am. Try this salad for real. 4th of July, honey, they be talking about you forever. You'll be having to make this forever. You tell them to donate the chicken. Bye-bye.